I wanted to do something because I've been talking to quite a few of you guys about your market, your avatar. I'm seeing a lot of questions about this. And as I've been working on my new offer, started kind of coming up with some exercise ideas. So if you're struggling with really understanding your market, really understanding their pains at a level that helps you empathize with them, because you've seen me say this before, that empathy, I believe, is your greatest weapon in sales. And that's because if you could empathize with them, it's gone beyond transactional in nature. Sympathy is about transactional. It's shallow. There's no intimacy involved with it. Whereas empathy, you're actually feeling the pain. And so literally it's like, if you're attracting the wrong people, it's because you're sympathizing with them. You're not empathizing. Sympathy means I feel sorry for someone because I'm sort of better than them, or I'm at a place ahead of them. Whereas empathy literally just connects with somebody where they're at, no matter where you're at on the totem pole with them in regards to where they're at in life, but you're actually just connecting with them at a deep level and understanding their pain at a deep level. So what I've done is I've created a list of triggering events for my new offer where I'm dealing with entrepreneurs that wanting to scale their company, and they really struggle with the people side of things. They struggle with developing a team, with process and all of that. And they're just overwhelmed. And a lot of times there's triggering events that happen in order for them to get there. So hopefully you can see my board here. I'm using my smooth. So things like fighting with their spouse, clients churning, they're getting sick all the time, employee turnover. Those are different things that are essentially what I would call triggering events. So I like to start with triggering events. What are the triggering events that your ideal avatar would go through? And then what I want to do is then pull into a triggering event into what I call this empathy exercise. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm trying to position my camera there. So the first thing I want to do is I want to imagine the situation happening. So if I were to think about this situation with, let's say, fighting with his wife about not being present. So I'm going to imagine this situation. Here's a guy and he's home and he's, whatever, in his mid-30s or whatever, and he's got kids and he's just always busy. And finally one day his wife starts talking to him about something that's coming up. And she says, honey, I need you to go to the store, or I need you to do this thing. And he's like, I can't, I've got a meeting, or I've got a phone call, or I've got whatever. And then the fight begins, right? And then she starts saying, hey, you're never here. Even when you are here, you're not present. And that's the situation. So I'm going to imagine that, and I'm going to feel that. When I feel that, I want to feel the feelings. I'm going to go, oh, what does that feel like? I'm frustrated because I'm trying to work hard, but she doesn't see that. I feel angry because, she doesn't understand me. I feel sad because I don't want to not be there for my family. So I'm conflicted, I'm torn. I have a lot of emotions that are happening. Write down what you see, feel, smell, and hear. And if I was in this situation, what am I seeing? I'm seeing the two of them arguing. I'm seeing the facial expressions on the wife, who has this look of confusion, and she's like, I love you. Why can't you love me back and be there for me? Why do you always have to be gone? Why do you always have to be doing this? And then smell, even, what does it smell like? Maybe it smells like dinner. Maybe they just had dinner. What am I hearing? Maybe I'm hearing kids in the background yelling, screaming, fighting with each other. And she's exhausted because she's always with the kids. And she's like, why can't you be present? Right? All of these are things that are going on in this situation, in this scenario, that are key, that are absolutely key to me having empathy for this person and what's going on. Then, what are they thinking while this is happening? I'm thinking, no, she's not right, because I am present. I try to be present, but then there's that feeling of maybe she is right. Maybe I'm not being present. Well, here's why. And then they start justifying. I'm not present because I don't have time to be present, because I'm constantly thinking about how I'm going to pay the next bill, or how I'm going to be able to do this, or how I'm going to be able to deal with my team, or I've got issues. I've got issues in my in the office. I've got to deal with turnover. I've got to deal with churn. I've got to deal with all these things. So dealing with those things, I don't have time to be present because I'm worried sick. Now we get into it. I'm worried sick. What am I worried sick about? I'm worried sick that I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I'm worried sick that they're going to take my car. I'm worried sick that I'm not going to be able to pay rent. I'm worried sick that I'm never going to be able to build the business I want to build. See, now I've tapped into a greater level of pain and emotion that in my organic I can write about, in my ads I can write about, in my sales calls I can talk about, because I now start to empathize with their pain. What are they thinking when this happens? And then what do they wish more than anything? This is huge too, because if you can get this answer, well, I wish I had somebody who could just literally take this away. I wish I had somebody who could like take all this fulfillment crap off my plate. All right. I wish I had somebody who I could talk to about this, because my wife is frustrating the crap out of me. I wish I had. Write those things down. So again, it's a really simple exercise, and I can put it in the comments or whatever. Imagine the situation, feel the feelings, write down what you see, feel, smell, and hear. What are they thinking when this happens? And what do they wish more than anything to happen? And it's not that we don't want to feel the feelings, it's that we struggle in who we want to attract. And if you want to attract the right people, you can't just sympathize with people. You have to have empathy. It has to go beyond transaction. And I can guarantee in your copywriting, your messaging, if you're attracting the wrong people, it's because you're not empathizing. You're just feeling sorry for people. You could even be talking down to people and not even realize that. I notice a lot of condescension in some of the organic that I see from some people. And we want to be careful not to condescend people in our marketing. We want to empathize with them. We want to feel the pain. You could even start your organic around this, and I'll probably write some content about this where, his wife just told him, why can't you be present? Or does your wife always say, why can't you be more present? Right? Boom. If I'm in an ad or if I'm in an organic, it's like, whoa, yeah, exactly. My wife just told me that yesterday. I want to read this. I want to know exactly what you're talking about here. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or ask me, and we'll go from there. See you.